Hello, Dr. Brad. How are you?
Well, just ready as I can be, right as rain.
I did clean my coffee cup today
Oh, I'm very pleased.
in preparation for a meeting. So we're supposed to have a working session. We don't have any topics, right?
Yes.
So we're supposed to have a working session today. We're going to work on embodiment.
Yes.
Mm,
So I think you should say the date.
It's May 9th, 2024. And it's a Thursday. And we are continuing our good progress
Hmm.
in making this chapter. Learning for some reason we're learning a lot about go ahead. We're learning a lot about how to talk about the subject, more
Yes.
than we seem to have learned during physics.
What was interesting to me is we're talking about the process by which the body picks up information, processes the.
I had a scheduled thing to, and they just, you have when you have a thing that's the meet, what do you call it, video that's going to launch at a certain time, it just sort of starts all by itself. Apologies. Anyway, go ahead.
So as I was saying to the nice audience, who should hit like and subscribe and the notification bell, and then leave comments below after you think of something very important to tell us. And they will, but I was just mentioning to that same audience, the ladies and gentlemen, or the gentlemen and lady or ladies, that I was finding it interesting because we're studying how the information enters the body and is processed by the body and then outputs as behavior. And in that process, we discovered that there's a linguistic component to it as the decisions are being made that will be reflected later when we talk about language and social behaviors.
Yes.
Which is all causally related, but that was kind of unexpected, I think. And I think it added a great deal of value to the chapter we're working on, embodiment.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to share my screen.
Yes, you are.
We don't have anything we have to talk about.
Yeah, as soon as you find the button.
All right, don't start trouble with me.
Needles and haystacks being what they are.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Look at that.
All righty, so we can need to make you bigger.
Okay.
There we go. Now I can see you. All right. On the left, we have our chapter.
Yes.
On the right, I have some project management software I have put into place to track all the crap I got going on because it's gotten out of hand again.
Getting out of hand.
It's not getting, it got.
Oh.
Anyway, so we're working on embodiment. And so you can add this up. So as I think of things I have to add down here, I'm going to add them.
I see.
And then we have our usual friends, the AI is available.
Yes.
You're not helping me today, thank you. This one is my prompts. This one is perplexity. Okay, I have everybody. That's PubMed. All right, so we should be all set here for either that or that.
Okay.
All right. I was going through this for the past, I don't know, half an hour, going through this and reading it. It's quite good. It does need it needs this introduction.
Yes.
But it does go through and it's quite good. We were up to this point here. We've gone through the senses. I found this sentence to be uncomfortable. That has to go get fixed. And we're in integration. And we are trying to figure out how to merge this section below and make sure it's all there. And this is the outline that we're talking below. And where are we? We have separated this into the self, embodiment of the world, prediction, and self-reflection sections, all right? And how this all works in the hippocampal region and how it's stored in memory. And then from that memory, how we produce predictions and how we integrate self-reflection. Then we go on to incentives. So we're stuck back here. And the reason we were stuck back here is because having a problem with this section attempting to duplicate this one. So we fixed that. What I did the last time was to try to break out see if I can wrap my head around this again. The different, make sure I had all the regions, because I was having trouble remembering what did what. So
Right.
so we've got all the regions in here, and I know I have to work that in. So given that, I want to start with this heading, review it in order to get into. Why am I yawning? I was fine 5 minutes ago.
It's me.
No, I think it's my brain telling me, you want me to work? I don't want to work. And so, how does the body take the information of the senses and
Yes.
turn that into something that's actionable? Because
Yes.
the senses, they do work together somewhat, but they also come back together to be able to say, okay, we've got to create some sort of representation.
Right.
That we can use to describe a 3D world. Like I brought up before, the dominance of the visual system tends to obscure what's going on because it does so much. Whereas
Okay.
we used an example here of the auditory system.
Right.
Explain, well, this is more like what the brain is really doing, that we just can't, what the vision does and how it creates this 3D world is rather astounding. It's astounding, but it's also difficult. We can't introspect on it the way we can somewhat introspect on our hearing. Can if you do like optical illusions. Optical illusions teach us a little bit about it, but all right, so how do we produce states? I think that's what it means, right? Faculties consist of the systems that work together to detect, process, respond to vibrational changes, filtered and organized by the senses. Faculties are not isolated systems, but are closely interconnected and work together to enable an organism to function, act effectively in its environment. The integration of these faculties allows for a seamless flow of information from sensory input to cognitive processing to a behavioral output, all in the service of maintaining stable relations in homeostasis. Those
You just put a second stable in there.
Oh. Do I like horses? I think that's what it is.
Something.
These faculties include measurements, states, values, incentives, records, possibilities, and plans. So integration consists of integration of systems of measurements into states, into valuations, into records, into possibilities, and into plans. So what's the process of integration? The process is we produce a self model, then we embody the world around it. We predict possible future states, and then we self-reflect upon those states, right?
I would say this: embodiment in the world model, creating the world model, including the self. Thank you.
Yeah, this is-
Yep.
This is where we do it here. Mm.
What is it we're going to do there?
I'll make sure I don't want to get it. I'm not
Okay.
going to the detail here. Okay, yeah, I gotta see it up here. I want to make sure to get the following points across. Well, it's organization by competition and survive. Organization by competition for coherence. In other words, produces survival. That's sec first. I want to get across the spatial positioning and the object difference, right? The parietal versus the temporal. And I would like to make clear the correlation between the right hemisphere's necessity for the world and the left hemisphere's necessity for the objects. So it's prey predator. I'm not sure that goes in here. I feel like it's like I need to do the objects, but do I do it later? Do when we get later into bias? Where do we address? Because right now we're focusing on information flow,
Right.
right? And we're saying we divide it here and there, but that happens on both sides.
Okay. It seems like a question.
Yeah. I'm not sure why I'm not coming up with this. Yes, there are hemispheric differences. Symbolic and analytical, visual, spatial, language processing, nonverbal, such as expressions. Yeah, I know this is the case. Yeah, I know. Okay, so I know this.
Hmm.
Thank you. That's correct. It's general and specific. It's like the right and the left. It's general, specific. Environment. It's the predator, the predator and the prey. I mean,
Right.
so I see what I'm doing. I'm trying to put too much in one place.
Yes, it doesn't go here. This is the most general case that you're drawing here in the creation of the models. Then we're going to describe the biases that creep into the models later.
Okay, so this is the other topic we got to bring in.
Hmm?
Okay, I'm getting there. Oh, division. Uh, I have no idea why you're so patient while I think, but I thank God for that patience.
Thank God.
Got a pretty good, still got my blood test this morning and there's still a high white blood count. What do you call it when your blood cells are smaller?
Microcytic.
They're not too small, but there's
Just a little small.
they're a little small. So I've got some infection. They don't know what the fuck it is. She's like, now she's so planted this. This is the problem, is you go there and then they plant seeds in your head.
You have to be careful what you say when you're the doctor.
Yes. All right. So there's division of labor, random reception. So we go back down here. Because nerves aren't divided.
What does that mean?
Theirs are the same everywhere,
Right.
right? They're not, there's no division. Wherever they are, that's their responsibility.
That's right. They don't have distinctions based on their location.
Right. It just, look, your job is right there, right? That's it. So it's not there, not there, word about it. Okay. Yep, move it back here. Measurement.
Hmm.
See. Sorry, Brad, if it takes, it's gonna take me a minute to think this through.
I have coffee. I'm good.
Goes here, goes here. We'll take that out. You were right. You could say, see, you know, it takes me a while to realize you're right sometimes, you know, often. You know, it becomes obvious.
What's that?
Well, senses are a division of labor.
Right.
Nerves aren't, but senses are.
That's right. They're differentiated into categories.
So I could presage the next, right? They're not.
What's interesting is like this is what you're looking at in the hemispheric differences is specialization of integration. Which is
It doesn't really make sense here. Right. You could say that there's a division of labor among the nerves. There's a division of labor in the senses. There's a division of labor in integration. The question is either you answer it right at the beginning and you presage what's to follow,
right.
right, which seems better, or you handle it like you just said here
No, I like it. I like this, you just talked about the division of labor within each section.
Oh, I see. I
So
was
the
gonna, s-
division of labor remains constant in between, and then you can see how it develops throughout the discourse.
all right, so my intuition says to go up here. Is to do division of labor there. And then touch on it in every piece,
Yes.
right?
That was one too many dots.
So they're all, oh. So I can do this. Where's how, or the body. The nerves, right?
Yep.
Where did I do that for?
So these are specialized.
You just make a marker here like this. Is this all we do?
Yeah.
Explain.
Well, the nerves are, yeah, the nerves are divided. The sensors are divided by specialization. In what information they pick up as senses. Yeah.
Oh, they're both largely by location. Right? That's
Okay.
because I mean that's really how your brain works. I mean, it just goes up there, goes all the way up, and it says, and it's because it's next to other things that it can figure out what to do.
Right.
If it wasn't next to other things, you wouldn't be able to say who's cooperating with me, competing and cooperating with me.
Right.
So this is what we want to get in here, right? Sensory perception. Then we want to go to senses. This is already there for us. It's already there. This is already here. This is already here.
Very good.
We could. Yeah, yeah, let's do. Goes here. This is beautiful. This is what's been bothering me. Don't know if that is needed. Then I do that. No, I can't. I hate this. And this allows me to do that. And then this is really where this is where we, lateral. This is all where all that goes. This I hope I'm doing this right, Brad.
What's that?
Hope I'm doing this right. Instilling in myself a moment of self-doubt. We have the sensory faculties. The internal are good, and the spatial, great. We're just talking at that level.
Yes.
Now we're going to say, okay, feels like we ought to have a connection. So we have to tie the two together. Self-model, vision of flavor. And then the indexing. So this is where we break it apart. This is where all the complexity goes. Then we go into this, which explains how it's processed,
Okay.
right? So this is self-world model. Indexing should be separate. And 4 should be memory. 1, self-world model. I believe these are manual. Yep. It's the same level. 2. Yep, that's right. And where's 4? It's 4. 4, 5, 6. So this is where all the work gets done. All right. I hope you're feel so guilty right now
Why?
because I'm doing all this thinking out loud, and it's just I don't know why. It's like 1,000% easier when you're here.
That's why I'm here, brother. It's catalytic function.
This is correct now. Isn't this in too much? One too many? Where is that? How are we doing it?
Hmm.
Where's the number? Yeah, that's right. All right. 2, 3. I don't know why I have this here. To do that. This buys me all that space back. All right, now I'm feeling better.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so that detail is good.
Okay.
That's what's bothering me. I have that good. So it's this stuff right here that's bothering me. All right. And so I can get rid of information process. I don't need that. I don't need that. I like this term,
Yes.
so I'm going to pull that out.
Oh, that's an interesting function. I want to tell you why.
Because you are the
Sure.
font of all wisdom.
It's something like that. Not exactly that, but something like that. Feature binding reminds me of what Brian said, which is
Bondage and discipline.
religion relates to binding.
Ah,
It's a matrix function. It will relate to what we talk about in our social environment.
okay, so where did I say we put?
That feature binding is related to edges.
Yep. Yep.
Is that correct?
Correct. Find two things that are next to each other, usually pixels, essentially. And then you find the relationship, which is the first layer that happens, the visual cortex. And then it takes those those things, puts them together, and tries to find an edge. And from there,
Right.
you get things.
But I'm like, this is the same function that occurs in our social environment.
Go ahead.
We identify behaviors and we create features out of those behaviors and bind them together in a similar fashion in our social environment with religion.
Yes.
And it's binding the intuitions is what we're doing, is generating intuition by that mechanism of social intuition.
Okay, so make sure I have this in my head so I don't have to do this over,
Right?
repeat this over and over again. So what I want to do is creation faculties. This is where I'm laying it. All right. Gotta go. Got you next to you now. No, you next to you now. Let's go.
What do you need to get, Kurt?
This part, which I know really well, is really good,
Yes.
right? I want this, which is what happens before it gets indexed in the hippocampal region. And so it's
Okay.
basically made coherent. I want that to be this to be as good as that,
Okay.
right? So it's like you just mentioned, right? Right. And I want to make sure I get it this right.
Okay.
I knew I was doing something wrong before, and so I'm glad I can correct it.
Yes.
So we did the navigational senses, we did trophism, and we're down here into the parietal cortex functions, and so we want to do a lateral. So we want to do yeah, we just covered it all here.
This is the complex bit.
Yep. I didn't do the insular cortex yet. I didn't do these things yet.
No.
Okay. This is general information.
Right.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's fucking beautiful. Where did I make that highlight?
What? Say that again, please.
Oh, this is fucking beautiful. Goes here. This goes. Does it go there? No, it could go either place. I'm gonna put it up here. I'm gonna do that, undo that.
You're gonna put the brain regions and their functions there?
Well, I don't know, because I want to cover this first. 'Cause that's like, right, this makes sense.
Yes,
So. See, then it becomes part of this. That's object spaces and backgrounds. Representing the environment of body state. That's the model formation of
yes,
state. That's, so I want to deal with this objecty thing first. And then the projection of
yes,
space onto it later.
yes,
I put it here and I stop fussing about it because that's the layer where we care.
yes.
So I just presage it there. So presage.
I think you should specify what it is.
Yeah, covered here. Pres presage the macro division here.
Division of labor, okay,
Converter the first detailed division labor here. Okay. And then we overlay on top of that
okay. Hmm. Huh,
spam.
something's happening.
Spam.
Oh,
Gotta check myself here.
How so? Oh, just to, yes. Look at that.
Yeah, but I'm asking about the,
Yeah, hippocampus. You described that lower in the function, didn't you? Because I
yeah,
remember the names.
I do. I was worried. I was worried that I was, this is what I said here. This is what I said. While the parietal lobe is involved in processing spatial relationships and coordinating spatial notation, it's actually done in the interhinal, right? Which is what I thought. Right. So the problem we have here is the the getting across the message that there's nothing being transported. In other words, there's no data. It's actually wiring. Does that make sense? Right. The data that comes into the pulses, but they're like connect me. They aren't like, here's some encrypted fancy stuff that you can decrypt to get.
Yeah, no, right.
It's literally wiring. And so I wanted to make sure that I wasn't making a mistake there. I'm like,
Okay.
is there being, so because what's happened is this all connected, right?
Yes.
But it has to be brought together in the it's really the neuronal cortex, which is really the first layer of the neocortex that develops. Which I think is so lucky because it's only 3 layers, it's not 6. All right. So the visual labor here. All right. So now we've got this. So this goes into EH. So I don't really need this here. Yes, I do. I need the relationship.
Yes.
This is we need the relationship between parietal and hippocampal.
Yep.
All right. And then when we roll into this, then we've got it. Okay, now I feel warm and fuzzy. I cannot believe you had the freaking patience to sit through that with me. It bothers me every time, but I am so freaking thankful.
What is it? See, you think I'm not working because I'm quiet.
No, I just feel guilty. I feel
Oh,
guilty.
no, that's just it's a unnecessary emotional attachment.
I have a bunch of those that you clearly remind me about on a regular basis.
But I want you to know what I processed during this function here,
What?
because I'm studying this. You're looking at it as an individual being inside of an environment that's making models,
Yes.
and I'm studying it in the context of a social environment being modeled by the same processing system that will be expressed by the in the language and the behaviorals at the next turn of the wheel.
Okay, so I'm afraid that if we don't like sketch this somewhere, that when we get there, I won't remember it.
That's what the reason I'm talking to you about it right now.
It's okay.
I know how this works.
Okay,
I
so
wrote it in my little pad. I sketched it out.
well, you son
Where are
of
you going?
you son of a bitch. Not you, it.
Thank you.
Fuck.
What is it doing?
It's
It's being lost.
I don't know what I have to click on. There it is.
Hmm.
You knew what it was doing,
What?
it makes me really pissed off. Gone all the way back to the beginning, so it doesn't know. Son of a bitch. In other words, it's lost the page. When
Yeah,
it
it's not
crashed,
paying attention.
when it crashed the other day, it lost the page.
Just not paying attention right now.
All right, so I want to go from, where are we? We're here.
Mhm.
Anything over here? Got you still?
That's nice.
You gotta. Okay. Oh, just don't do that. Okay. Again,
Yes.
I'm gonna go here,
Hmm.
here. Where are you? There you are.
Okay. Reconstructing it.
Well, I just gotta get to the first part of it.
Okay.
Pisses me off. I have
What is
everything
that?
set up. Well, I have everything up set up to save it, and it doesn't save it.
Sorry, Kurt.
Four things. So I want to go introduction. Behavioral law. Where's embodiment?
Hmm.
I think it's gonna make me crazy. I'm gonna lose my mind, seriously.
What's that?
I'm trying not to explode right now.
I'm sorry.
Not here. Not there. There. That's right. Okay. The hell with you. Um, go through here.
Huh.
I don't understand what the fuck's going on. Should be here. All right, there's one option. Where's docs? It's here. Shoot back. Back. for our docs. Oh, for Christ's sake. Uh, fuck. And where is it?
There a clue in the document we're working on?
You know, I didn't think you checked that.
That's why I mentioned it, Kurt.
You're a pretty smart guy.
Do my best, brother.
Docs, Volume 2, the ternary logic, the laws, introduction, embodiment. Right, I just opened it where I don't know where it is.
Here we go.
Life, okay. Why is it here? Where's okay, so it's just the wrong place there. I'll fix that if you don't mind.
I don't. I want you not to be bothered.
It's stressful. I know what I have to do. Oops, that's the science. This just has to move under.
What?
Is this? You have the physics. We have life. We have embodiment. Is what we're doing? You take the physical laws of life, and then you take embodiment and behavioral law. Isn't embodiment with behavioral law? Or is it with?
My theory on the process we're working on with the pamphlet is that we're starting with embodiment because that's what you get.
Yep.
And then everything else is derived from that base of epistemological truth.
So you have to move this into a peerage.
I like it in this order here.
Yeah,
Because it allows us to gain, this is how we gain all the information we determine by which we find the physical laws. And can operationally describe anything. So embodiment, language, there was another one in there that I don't remember.
all right, so I'm just gonna promote it. So where do I do that? I do that. And I'm gonna do it to the logic. And then so why aren't you there? You're not there. God damn it.
You satisfying the itch?
No,
What?
I'm getting frustrated.
What seems to be the problem?
Give me just another second, I'll find out.
Okay.
I hate when my workspace is messed with.
I know.
C, D, E. Oh, fuck. 1, 2. Okay, so that means we should be able to go here. And we should go down to the logic. Fuck. Good logic. All right, so go do that. So we go to boom. No, I can't do that yet. I have to do it over here. I have to go here and I have to say.
Hmm.
Uh, fuck you. Please don't give me this hard time. Right, I go here, click you, pull you up, and I get parent, volume 3 to logic. I go here, click you, I go volume. Right, we'll do it this way. I'm gonna do it this way. Update. Then I'll go over here and do it. It's the 216, that's not right. What I want. That's right. So let's go down to. I think that's 3. Okay. Let's go over here and search. Where do we have in production? Embodiment. As you said, we're basically gonna change the priority of these. All right. Laws. So this needs to be changed to. I already saved this, right?
Do it.
I did. No, I did save it. No, it's wrong. So it is. Great, it's got the right one now. Now I go back to here and I go to the laws. I think that's how I've got it done. The laws 1:. What a pain in the ass. All right. Back to work. You okay for a little while longer or no?
Sure.
What's this one?
Yes. Yes. Make binding capital. Thank you.
I want to start with. Oh, I see. So we're trying to do. I might have burned myself out, Brad.
That's all right.
I know this is the right way to go about it. I think
Yes.
might have gotten a little too pissed off there.
Well, it's okay. So you satisfied your organizational structure?
I'm satisfied that now we know what to do to write this. All I gotta do now is say, okay, this is the process we want.
Yes.
And I think I wanna label it this way.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wanna go through. The second thing is, some of these things belong up here in the self model. Which
Okay.
is, right, like,
Okay. Yes.
right,
Yes.
this goes up there. Right, so we want to bring up here. And there's more than that. It's another thing, somatosensory. This is later.
Yes. That second, there was one right below there that looked like it went above that part.
Yeah. I'll just keep this here for now until I want to move it. So I want to do inside out, right? So let's go somatosensory.
Yes.
What did I do wrong?
Just change the indents.
So I need to. We don't want to do this yet. So we're gonna move that. So move that out, move this. This is the order I want to have it in, yes. All right. All right, I'm burnt out.
Okay,
Sorry, boss.
no,
We solved the problem though today.
yes. I think a good one.
And then there's that too. Okay. I got it. I got the information. I'm sorry. I wish I could go longer. Thank you so much for your time. Let's stop recording.
Yeah, we can stop recording. So I can tell you what my